these 3 weeks go quick. I'm just on my way back to the hospital again now. It's Monday. I did my weight this morning. I'm still struggling. I'm still not over that out of the danger zone. So I'm just really hoping that I don't lose shitloads of weight on this next one, because yeah, I'm really struggling with the weight. It's really annoying. It is quite doom and gloom in hospitals, to be honest. There's no, obviously I don't think they can be positive, because I know a nurse who I'm quite close to has told me that she's been bollocked for being positive to cancer patients in the past, kind of, maybe giving them hope and things like that. They can be like very hard-faced, and they obviously have to be honest with you. And they do hide things as well, I think. And I've always said, look, I want truth. I need to know what's happening. And I've been told, a few times how aggressive my cancer is. Basically, they reckon 80-odd-year-old, they wouldn't see this. They'd only see this in normally like 80-odd-year-olds, my oncologist said. Now, I always knew I was ahead of my time, but Jesus, not that far. I'm just queuing to get in the car park of the hospital. Sometimes it can take like an hour to get parked in this hospital. It's crazy. And I'm often late, because sometimes you can pull up here and you're in straight away, and other times I've been waiting an hour to try and get into car parks, one in, one out. One thing I've noticed on all the cancer forums is people do really struggle with the mental health side of cancer, and I totally understand it. It really can just play games with your mind. I don't think I get down. I mean, I get upset. I get very emotional, and I think the drugs do this as well. I think I've researched the steroids that I get for the first 3 days, and they really they mess me up a bit. I don't sleep. I mean, I really struggle to sleep now anyway. I've struggled with sleep my whole life, but now I just feel like I'm not sleeping hardly at all. And I know the steroids, the first three days of steroids, they can really affect sleep and mood and emotions. I can get upset about stupid things, but I get angry as well. I think that's kind of my personality. I'm just a typical testosterone-filled motherfucker, just so you really need to keep these emotions in check. Just walking into my second home. Usually a load of smokers stood outside here fagging off, even though there's huge signs saying don't fucking do it. So yeah, let's see what they've got to say for themselves today. I've got a huge list of questions today. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on, Mo, take you a bath. Take a lovely bath.
You having a bath, Mugs?
Come on. Come on. Come on, Mugs, let's have a bath.
Come on. Oh, it's okay.
Yo, Tuesday the 11th of Feb, that's it, the 3 weeks is over. I'm just waiting to go back into hospital now. The side effects, man, these last few weeks, it was definitely better, 100, just so much better than last time with that slower infusion, although the pain was much worse, as you saw. And apparently I met with my oncologist yesterday, and this pain does actually get worse each time apparently. And normally people have a PICC line, which is basically, I had a PICC line for my last treatment last year, and I just hated it because basically just having like a couple of dreads of Bob Marley's hair just hanging from your arm here, and so you can't do things. It's very restricting, and nurses have to come to your house every Friday to change the dressing on it. and there's just loads of things that can go wrong with him. I got a blood clot because of it, so he had to switch arms. They get blocked, and you can get infections very easy. They're just a bit of a nightmare, I think. So I'm just saying, look, I'll just try and take the pain again, and we'll just keep going until I can't take it, and then I'll get a PICC line, I suppose. But apparently some people, you can't even walk, it's that bad with a neuropathy. So we'll see how that goes today. Looking forward to that little beauty. And what else has happened? Come on down there. You get these little dicks just trying to, there's one way into this car park here. There's a huge queue behind us, all queuing, and you get people just come in and just trying to do this crazy little turn to get into this car park, and it always seems to happen when I'm here, so I'll just go, oi, back and get back. Yeah, she's beeping me to pull in there, and I'm just going to be sticking out, so what's the point? So yeah, what else happened to me in these last few weeks? I think, mentally again, you kind of are up and down, emotionally and physically. The steroids, I think the first few days really make me emotional, and I'm quite emotional anyway, I think, as a person. I always frigging cry at sad films. I remember when I was a kid, just leaving junior school, and they wheeled out the frigging old CRT TV, and we didn't know what film they were putting on, and it was E.T. And as soon as I found out it was E.T., I was just like, oh God, no, because I just knew that I would be holding back the tears. But I think these drugs really do have an effect on you mentally. I mean, who else cries bloody at when the salmon run in the salmon fishing in Yemen film? It's crazy. And the way your brain works as well. I mean, the way my brain works, I mentally, you kind of feel that you're okay, and I'll be like, right, let's go out for the day. We jump into the car, and then by the time I've got into the car, you're just absolutely exhausted again, and you just, I just need to go back inside and get back on the couch again. That's really, it's really difficult, that, because you kind of want to do things and you think you're okay, so you're really up and down physically as well. So I'll feel great, and then literally just, I don't know, even just like putting clothes on, and then you're just absolutely exhausted again, and you just need to lie down. Your body is just, you've just got no energy at all. And of course you have this paranoia as well. You just never know. You kind of in all this, you're feeling nauseous, you got bits of, you have bits of pain here and there, you don't feel right, you get paranoid that you're gonna die. I mean, the amount of times I've thought I'm gonna die, it's you get paranoid. You don't know what it's gonna feel like. So you get the chemo effects, and you start thinking, is this it? But then obviously after a week or two, you start feeling normal, and that's when you realise you're not dying, and it is just the chemo, and you feel awesome. One other thing as well that I always cock up is the anti-sickness tablets. This time I had extra strong anti-sickness tablets, and they prevented me from being sick this time. You still feel sick, but you don't actually chunder. But then the normal anti-sickness tablets, which you can take, for as long as you want, I tend to just not take them until I start feeling sick. And then you're just kind of like chasing the dragon. You're chasing to get rid of this sickness rather than having them to start with pre-sickness. But my face definitely hasn't been as festered this time, I'd say. I get really paranoid about my face because it changes a lot, even daily sometimes. Sometimes you just look really gaunt, and then sometimes you just look really pale and ill, and then other times you just look absolutely beautiful. It's crazy. So I'm really, really paranoid about the cancer face, and just seeing people in the wars as well. You see a lot of people who are really going through a lot of agony, and you know, you see, yeah, you know that's coming as well. So you get a little bit, you know. Let's get this ticket. I should finish this off later really and get inside, but quickly I suppose, what else have I discovered on this last cycle? Obviously chemo is, although it has been better this time, chemo is accumulative, so it gets worse the more you have, and I've been guilty of this before in my first cycle last year, and I was really cocky. I was just, the first 2 I had, and I was kind of, oh, you know, it's not as bad as you think, and I can take chemo, it's fine. And then the 3rd one, I OD'd on it, and it just absolutely destroyed me, and I was in hospital for 6 nights. I've never been in so much pain in my life, and it was a typical James pride before the fall type thing, where I'm just kind of showing off I can take chemo, and then boom, in hospital. I wouldn't even, you know, if I had the option of giving Hitler what I went through, I'd just say no, just put a bullet in his head. I wouldn't want anyone to go through it. It was just so painful. I'll tell you about that another time. So I think the summary, I suppose, from this time is you've got to ride the waves, you know, ride the wave, rest the crest. It's as simple as that. And you're gonna feel bad, but when you're feeling good, you just got to rise like a phoenix, man, and just enjoy life, because who knows how long we've got. Yesterday, my regular oncologist was back yesterday. She's been off I've not seen her for ages, so it was really nice to see her, and I really feel sorry for her, because I feel sorry for oncologists now, if I'm honest. I was always a bit, you know, I always thought they were a bit arrogant and a bit of, you know, kind of know-it-all, and they don't like me questioning them, but I do feel sorry for them, to be honest. And I found out a lot about them actually, and one of my good friends, Rhiannon in Derby, in fact, next time I see her, I'll talk to her about this on camera, maybe, if she's up for it. I'm sure she will, because she's like an actress. She's a lovely lovey, and she actually teaches. She's an actress, and she does role play and teaches doctors and consultants and specialists how to deal with patients, because they go through a lot of, you know, they have a lot of mental problems, they've got a lot of responsibility, whereas we go in and just say, anyway, I'll talk about this with Rhiannon, but yeah, I saw her yesterday, and you know, I'm saying to her again, is there anything I can be doing at all to be, you know, what can I do? I just want extra advice really, but they just can't give it. And she just said to me, just enjoy your life, you know. That's what she said. There's like nothing that they can do really. What else did I realise? Oh yeah, I thought I've been neglecting my dog. I feel bad for neglecting Mowgli when I'm ill. So I kind of said to myself, you know, no matter what, I will just always play with him for X amount of time per day now, as part of my 10, you know, commandments. It's just a, you know, what else? I think that's it, you know. Let's get inside and get this new infusion. Oh yeah, one more thing. I'm going to start adding a few little personal bits in as well, because I think it's mainly, I did actually publish this to my Facebook, so there's, you know, I've got a few friends and family who are following these videos now, so, and just for a bit of fun, I'll add in a few bits, you know, just normal life things, just to keep things entertaining, and so it's not all just cancer, doom and gloom. Have a nice day. New service in the NHS. It's amazing. I knew our NHS was good, but wow, this is the great new service they're providing. Only to the good-looking people, apparently.